So what we're going to do is we're just going to ask a few people here what this land means to you. I mean, not just this land, but the whole idea of the life that we've been living here in Hinesburg.
Yeah, well, one of the things that I have really loved about Hinesburg, and I've lived here since 1975, has been the continuing sense of community, the increasing efforts around making it a pedestrian-friendly community, and not like every other homogeneous town across the country. I'm really in favor of the diversification of local businesses, supporting our local families and local economy, and natural areas, seeing some spaces among our central village, particularly around all the residential area that's around here.
Well, I feel that the building is just way bigger than what we want around this town. And we have a very good grocery store here already. And this may make, if Hinesburg comes in, it may cause a big problem there. And I also feel that this is a wetland area, and I think it probably should be rated a lot a different rating than it does apparently have, at least according to them. And so, I mean, my understanding is just up here, NRG, some of the property right next door is rated even more of a swamp area. And I'm wondering if this is truly the good place for this building.
Well, I feel that the official map question is a very primary question, and that it should be observed. And so, because planners made a point of creating this official map and saying that this is of interest to the Hinesburg citizens. So that is the most important criteria right now for this lot.
Yeah, my name's Rick, by the way. I live here in Hinesburg, so I'm not a stranger, really, even though I'm a traveler. So how you doing?
Good.
Doing okay? You like hanging out here in the snow?
Yeah.
You think it would be kind of cool if there was like a whole playground out here? Would that be kind of cool?
Yeah.
Would you like that? Would you like that?
Would you like a playground?
A playground? We're just kind of getting a random sampling of, you know, about our community here and how does it feel with the proposed changes that are kind of looming in our not too distant future.
Well, I'm in Hinesburg because I like the idea of being in a small town, and with all the changes coming, Lampman's is all we really need. If I need something that can't provide, I can go get it elsewhere. But for the most part, Lampman's is, serves its purpose and is a great asset to our community. It'd be horrible to lose it to something like a big store like Hannaford's.
Great.
Well, we just moved here fairly recently, and I will say the last thing that I ever expected to have here was a very large box store. So I'm sort of, a little alarmed, and I know, I'm about to have my second child in 2 days, and I have a 2-year-old son, and we walk on this path every single day in the summertime, and I really wanted to have him riding his bike here and all sorts of, things like that, and I just don't feel like I would feel good about it.
Yeah.
And we also live on Thistle Hill, so I'm majorly concerned about the noise. That's my main factor, and also traffic I think is another major concern. I feel like the infrastructure of this town cannot handle any increase in traffic, so we're sort of trying to do what we can to discourage this from happening. So.
And do you feel like today we're sort of making the first kind of we're kind of taking this land and kind of embracing it as a community? I mean, a lot of people have walked through here many times with their dogs and so forth, but now realizing that how this parcel of land could really affect our lives.
And I think it's also important that people in Hinesburg realize that you can make a difference if you go to the meetings. Your voice is always heard.
That's great.
And I think not everybody knows that. So.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, is get more people out to the DRB meetings and learn what's going on. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. So do you live here in Hinesburg?
We just moved here last summer out of Burlington, and moved here because we love the small town, wholesome feel of it, and so we're really disappointed that this is potentially going to happen.
Yeah.
We also live nearby, and we're concerned about the traffic, the lights, all the different cars that are going to be coming into town, the big trucks going by, and just the fact that this land won't be here anymore. We also walk down this path a lot, and I have 3 little kids, and I don't want to be walking by a grocery store every day on my way into town. That's not what Hinesburg feels like it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think we should try to keep it the small, simple town that it is. That's why people move here. If you want to be near a big grocery store, you live in a bigger town.
Yeah.
You know? So, I'm really, really hoping that it does not happen.
Well, how's everybody doing out here, on our community day here in Hinesburg?
It's a little windy.
Yeah, cool.
It's a little windy, so
but it's warm.
We're just kind of getting an idea from people, what does this land mean to you? And as you're looking across this land right now, realizing what changes might be in store.
I think, to me, it's more what it doesn't mean to me. It doesn't mean a Hannaford's. I don't think Chittenden County needs a Hannaford's. Another one. We have enough. I mean, so that's a little negative, but that's my take.
Yeah.
I think that many of the Hinesburg residents, and I'm a 31-year resident of Hinesburg, came together a few years ago and did an official town map and expressed a vision of what we wanted for the town, and the village steering committee has been working hard. And this, unfortunately, I think was a loophole that either was not regarded by many people as buildable, or people thought that the smaller square footage zoning applied here, and we've taken quite aback by the fact that a 36,000 square foot supermarket and pharmacy might be built here when we've already are now just breaking ground for a full-scale pharmacy that'll have dry goods in it as well. Don't think it's needed. I think that it's totally against the planning that so many people participated in, and I'm sincerely hoping that we can find a way for this not to happen.
Well, I'm really grateful for all the people that showed up. I think it's fun, and people can recognize that this is a great walkway and a community asset, and it would be wonderful to see something developed on this piece of land that is a reflection of our community values of pedestrian activity and of local and of appropriate scale. So I think it's gratifying that there's people of all ages here. And
dogs.
and hot chocolate and chocolate chip cookies, and it's great. And it's a good expression of community spirit.
Just can see that this would be a wonderful place for kids to gather.
Yeah. Why do you think it's important that we're all gathered here?
What can it be used for?
My focus is small business. Actually, the reason I'm here is because I want Lampman's to stay. Absolutely. It's a central meeting place. It's where I where I met all the community members that I know today. The family's been very good to us, very good to the schools. They give a lot of money, charity-wise, so that's it.
One more interview here before my hands fall off. Okay, so we're just talking to everybody about being here in Hinesburg and the kind of quality of life that we've had and what's looming in our future. And as you look across this land right now, can you imagine this huge building sitting here?
I think the biggest issue with this is that the scale, it's just out of scale for the community of Hinesburg. The rest of the area, people have looked at different proposals, and I think that we're interested in businesses that are interested in building to the scale and that are appropriate for the community. We're interested in keeping our dollars local, supporting local businesses, and we're interested in keeping this piece largely open. I mean, a lot of people come here and walk. This is the backyard for a lot of people, so the noise and the light is going to change everything.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
It's kind of like taking an elephant and trying to put it in a pair of nice capri pants. That's what I think is going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's winter, and capris are not.
No. Not good for all seasons.
Right.